Hey kids, Dan the Dad here, and you're watching Shootin' Shit. And if you change that channel, you're grounded.
Hello there. This is Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, and you are listening to Shootin' Poop.
What a rush, dude.
What a rush. I mean, what the fuck? Have you slept yet? I don't think I've slept.
Oh, I finally got like 8 solid hours last night.
Oh my God.
Fucking unbelievable.
Dude, I've been trying to recover every day a little bit more. As you can tell, I have no voice left.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to get into where you lost that. It's going to be real interesting for the fans.
Man. No, really. Oh, fuck. Probably lose all my street cred.
It's okay, man.
So bad.
And you know what's funny, though? It's the two of us. We're going to be recapping Mania and some other shit. And I guess it was just too much for the Wolf to take because the Wolfman did not decide to join us tonight. So we're going to be a two-man crew. But fuck it. We were the best two-man crew that you could have tonight because we were actually there, like Joey K's shirt says. Oh, we were actually there.
I know it wasn't fair because Dennis wasn't there. I can't even sing right now. It's so bad.
Roll the video, Dennis.
Jesus Christ.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are. We're talking WrestleMania, baby. What?
That's right there in the fucking lucha mask.
It works with our color scheme.
Your big ass fucking head, though.
It does, dude. It's actually really fucking stretchy.
I'm not gonna lie, I love you, but I've seen you in other lucha masks, and it's literally like it's one of those fucking swim caps trying to go over, and you're just struggling, sweating and shit, trying to pull it down. Dude, that one looks like it actually fucking fits that big old melon.
It's a WWE shop one, man. So you know it's made.
Fun fact of the weekend: we realized that Javon and I actually have the same size head.
Yeah, we do.
Judging by how loose we have to keep our adjustable hats. So we have that in common.
Like the last straw on that bad boy.
You're on the last one. I'm on the second to last in this.
Well, I like to wear it a little, up, so it's always a last.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you. You're on the angle.
Yeah, it's a little angled, so I got to give it a little more room. But man.
These are all the exciting facts we learned about each other. While you slept in my house for like 4 days.
Yeah, dude. I mean, shit. I'm surprised we made it without us killing each other. It was a good time.
Dude, we weren't awake enough. I just want to say that you and I fell asleep on the sofa together 3 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Just completely zonked out, just snoring away.
We let Mania roll and watch us.
Well, the problem is this. So, Javon, you've been to a Mania before.
Yes.
And just in case anybody is wondering, we didn't spoon. We were just passed out watching television.
On a sofa.
If we did, I'd probably be the big spoon because,
You know, I wouldn't doubt that. You have big spoon energy.
I do, don't I? Thank
Yeah.
you. Well, the thing is, all right. So you miss so much of the live Mania. You know, you miss so much live pro wrestling anyway. Whether it's, like a pay per view, a Raw, SmackDown, a Dynamite, Collision, whatever you're at. You know, you forget sometimes like how much the commentary is really always in your ear. One thing I used to love, I don't know if they still do it, but I was at a UFC years ago, and they sold the little radio box with the earpiece you could buy. It was like $20 or $25 or something, but you just turn it on and put the earbud in, and you can watch the UFC from wherever you're at in the arena and listen to the pay-per-view commentary.
Yeah.
And I love that, and it was great. And I'm like, man, for the highest grossing WrestleMania of all time, which they've already announced, and I'll dive more into that later. I mean, Jesus Christ, they could have made a couple $1 million more with the crowd listening to the commentary.
Yeah.
Right. So because you missed so much. So we would get home super late, and we would throw it.
The funny thing is, though, like before you get there, though, we would talk about this shit in the car while we're waiting for everybody to fucking leave.
Oh my
and
God,
we would be like, man, I wonder if they said this on commentary, or if they built into this, or if they caught this.
Yeah.
And you listen back and you're like, oh shit, Joe, they did say that.
Yeah, and yeah, like it's funny. We got to kind of speculate. I think we went. We were correct in every match as well too.
Yep.
We discussed that both nights in the ride home. And you know what's funny is because that sounds. I've been thinking about this for a couple of days now. That sounds like it's super predictable, but it didn't feel super predictable.
No.
You know,
It
and
felt
that
like
was
good business.
yeah, and that was just like the really like the icing on the cake there. There it is, the fucking Mysterio match. We'll talk more about that later. But first, before we even get into it, as I look like a complete shill for the E right now, we gotta talk about this bullshit last night, man. We gotta
So
talk
what do you
about
want to
this
talk
absolute
about?
fucking thing. What do you want to talk about? I want to talk, and I probably shouldn't even say what I'm gonna say wearing this jacket and shirt and all this bullshit. But the truth is this. There's nothing against the talent. I think the talent is phenomenal for the most part. There's a few members of the personnel I don't enjoy. I don't particularly care for. It's not my brand, not my cup of tea. But could AEW have any worse of fucking leaders of that company than what they have after they put the fucking all in footage? And for what? For
It does
what? You know,
nothing.
in the past, the WWE has taken a couple little jabs at AEW here and there. Big deal. For the most part, they don't bother with anybody. Don't bring anything up. Punk does an interview, and here's what I don't get. Like, this is what I see. Like, this is where the mixed, either you're AEW or you're WWE. You can't enjoy both. For the most part, I do enjoy both, but Punk was proved right. He went on a show. He was asked the questions. He explained his side of it, and you can take it for what it is. Like, leave it at that. Okay, Punk said his version of it. If you're an AEW fucking mark and you're like, oh, Tony Khan and the Bucks and everybody can do no wrong. Fuck Punk, he's a cancer, he's terrible, blah blah blah. But the truth is, you can't look and call him a liar now because these fucking idiots went and all they did was confirm that he wasn't lying. Which even for the people who hate Punk have to kind of sit there and go, well, he was pretty honest about it at least. He didn't really make it up.
Yeah.
Because if he went out there and they showed that video and it was fucking, he's swinging punches or fucking kicking people and throwing shit, he yelled at Tony Khan. He yelled at him and said, I quit. Company's a fucking joke. I'm done. And Tony Khan's out there going, I was fearing for my life. There was two guys stopping Punk from doing anything. Punk didn't look like he wanted to do anything else. He literally just wanted to scream at Tony Khan that I fucking quit. I don't know. I can tell you this. there's a lot of fucking people that would love to tell their bosses off in that same way and say fuck you. I can and have the ability to. Because honestly, Punk's got fuck you money. He doesn't care. He can do whatever. And the fact that they aired it, they proved Punk right. They made themselves look like a second-rate clown in the process because it was to further the Young Bucks feud with FTR. Oh, this is the reason? How the fuck are they going to take the guy that they fired and show footage of him, backstage footage, but of course too. Let's not even get into the discussion of that shit was in ring or like fucking actual performance. This was real behind the scenes, real life shit.
Real life shit.
Real life shit. You know, pretend all fucking again like a bunch of assholes. No, and they use it for a fucking shitty angle for a match that we've seen how many times already?
At least twice, 3.
And I think we've said all we need to say with that.
Yeah.
How many times you guys gonna circle? Like, come on.
They knew it was getting so boring that they tried to pull for the Punk reaction, and
I think honestly, overall, yes, there's gonna be people that hate Punk. There's gonna be people that love AEW that go, you know what? Fuck Punk, he's this, he's that, blah blah blah. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I like Punk. I'm a Punk fan. It is what it is. But like, the guy is pretty fucking accurate in his description, which makes me start to question other things. Even if I wasn't a Punk fan, I would go, realistically, this guy gave a pretty accurate description of what I just saw in this fucking video that they released, and kind of makes me start to question the other shit.
Yeah,
is Tony Khan just a fucking giant child mark who doesn't know how to run a business? You know, I'm tired and I work with fucking children. That keeps playing in the back of my head from fucking Brawl Out press conference over and over and over.
And
real funny too. Real funny. They'll release that footage, but everybody had to sign an NDA for the incident that involved the Bucks and Kenny Omega. Can't talk about that, but the Jack Perry one that they actually fired him over, like I do air quotes for fired because he's saying he quit.
Yeah,
Tony Khan said he fired him. I don't know what the fuck is up with that, but allegedly,
you can't fire me because I quit.
Yeah, one of those scenarios. But like, come on, what the fuck, man? God, you're right.
Dude, I mean, and like you're saying, people who aren't Punk fans, right? I've never been one who I've been very vocal on this show. I'm not a big Punk fan. I don't get the appeal. I don't get the draw. I understand it's, to each his their own. But just based off of what we've seen, Punk comes out very candid about what he can and can't say. And he gives you the rundown. This is what happens. This is who I'm telling them that needs to take care of business. They don't, so I did. You look at the video footage, which for the life of me, I don't see how anybody could have thought that was going to help. It doesn't fit in the storyline. It doesn't fit in what happened in real life. I mean, Tony Khan's going to claim that he feared for his life. From what I saw, I've seen way worse, right? And I wouldn't fear for my life. But then everybody just looks so damn uncomfortable with it. The Bucks lead-in promo fell flat. FTR's promo afterwards fell flat. Tony Schiavone looked like you were making him fucking watch the grossest porn he's ever seen with the faces he was making while it was going. It served no purpose. Nothing. Not even shock value at this point could you get from that, because we all know what happened. Punk told us what happened. But you had to show it. And it takes me back to what Joey said a couple of months ago, that AEW is not going to be around in 3 to 5 years' time. And when we look back at it, it's going to be decisions like this one that we're going to point to this is where it fucking fell apart.
I think even bigger than that. I mean, at first my thought is this: how can you fucking top this? It's such a clown move. It makes him look silly. It makes him look petty and childish. Because here's the thing: Punk went on his own time on the MMA Hour. It was not a WWE affiliated program. It wasn't Raw or SmackDown. Okay,
Yep.
it wasn't fucking Mania. That's for goddamn sure. And truth be told, like Punk would get that appearance whether he was working for the WWE WrestleMania or he was just CM Punk. You know, quit WWE, wasn't in AEW. He's gonna be part of that show. Okay, Ariel Helwani is gonna have him on. That's just the way it is.
Right.
So he did this, and the Bucks turn around, and Tony Khan allows this to happen, or whoever's idea it was. I don't fucking know. I don't care at this point. But they allowed it to go on their prime program, their Wednesday night flagship program. And I saw the ratings on it already. I saw it earlier. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, so I probably really shouldn't say it. But it looked like it only popped an extra 60,000 viewers over last week.
Yeah.
This was your big fucking, oh, everybody tune in. We're going to show you the footage from the fucking all-in event, the backstage fiasco. And for 60,000 measly viewers,
You know,
that's crazy.
I
That's
don't
crazy.
want to
Yeah,
see.
so last week before we go, last week was 752,000, and I feel like this was like 810, 820 maybe. Dennis, if you can check that up for me too on that one for this week, it's fucking bananas. But yeah, 819. So yeah,
Not much.
not even enough to move the fucking needle. But here's the problem. Here's a bigger problem. Forget all that petty shit because they made themselves look stupid and childish and foolish. What's even worse is the Will Ospreay thing.
Yeah.
Because I put it in perspective of this, and I want to read a little something to you here. I'm going to educate you fucks out here listening to this show. There's a quote. Yeah, of course I talked to WWE, but it was night and day. Even in differences of what they were offering and what AEW was offering, AEW was way better. The scheduling, everything about AEW was completely the right option for me. It was always you can go be a superstar in WWE and be famous. It's not as good of pay, and it's not as kind of a schedule. I respect everyone there doing it, but it's not for me. So Will Ospreay made that quote public. He put that out there. That was reported. And by the way, that was actually, I feel, I want to say it was, I might have been Sports Illustrated. I can't remember who it's from, but it's a real quote. It's out there. You can look it up. He actually said that. He literally said the better option for him was AEW because of the schedule. And then you're going to come out there and get fucking whiny baby syndrome because Hunter made a very generic statement that said, you know, hey, if you want the easy schedule, you're going to go with that. We probably didn't want you here anyway. And he didn't call out Ospreay on that.
Nope.
And honestly, that could go for Ospreay, Okada, Mercedes Moné. She already walked out, so we know she don't like the fucking schedule there. So there's a lot of stuff with that. But to take the shot that he did, I feel like that might not be best. And there's a reason. We entered this weekend the Paul Levesque era. They said it at Mania. There was a big thing. You could honestly tell. You could tell everything about that whole vibe of this weekend felt different.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Dennis. You're the best producer. Dennis coming up with a gem. Ospreay said that on Talk Is Jericho. I probably read it when it was transferred over to Sports Illustrated. That's why I recall it that way. But yeah, he said that on Talk Is Jericho. It's a schedule. So you're going to fucking come out there and give the cliched, oh, here's the thing about Hunter. Hunter's wrestled more matches in 1996, 97 than Ospreay's ever wrestled in his fucking career to this point. Hunter's, they don't talk about a guy who did the fucking 80s, 90s version schedule.
Right.
It was a top guy in the 90s, which means you're every fucking where. You're at every fucking house show. You're on the road fucking 6.5 days a week. Like, everybody talks about it. This is why these guys die young. This is why these guys don't make it. It was brutal. So you're gonna fucking talk shit about that and give the cliched thing. Look, I'll say this. Anybody can say the whole thing about Stephanie and this and that, and he fucked his way into the top spot of the company, whatever. The truth was he was on his way there
Yeah.
well before that. And all you have to do is watch the guy's career. He was made. He had it. He was always going to be that guy. There was nothing that he did different on that. But Ospreay, don't fucking sit here and say I took the easier schedule and then say, oh, you don't know how much I grind. What? Because you fucking fly back home to England, you dumb fuck? That's your fault. If I take a job that I have to fly fucking 12 hours away for, like, that's my fucking fault.
Yeah. Your choice.
Yeah, your choice. You move to where you're fucking relocate. Jovan, you're a professional at that because didn't you just relocate for your job?
I
Hey,
did.
yeah, this is what guys do. Kenny Omega fucking lived in Japan and learned the whole fucking language. Like, because that's where his job was. Ospreay's going to sit there and say he grinds because he flies back. Dude, you're flying back home. Like, fuck out of here. You fucking goofball. Like, as much as I respect and appreciate him, he's great. I mean, I love watching his matches, but come the fuck on, man. That shit allowed on TV, and that's another thing. You said Shivani, the face he made, like, was like, this is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
How about Renee when fucking Ospreay did that?
Oh yeah.
Her facial expression was like, oh fuck.
Why don't we just burn this bridge while we can?
Dude, yeah. And I'm not gonna be surprised. You're gonna see a lot of talent start to exodus out of here. They're not gonna keep playing these fucking stupid games with Tony Khan and this bullshit.
Right. And then the thing is if you read into the dirt sheets and all this shit, they're saying, backstage people, it's just bad right now. It's probably the worst morale that they've ever had in AEW, which says something because there's been some bad morale times in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
But them taking shots at the E right now and CM Punk for some ungodly reason that are really unwarranted, it's not going to do good for them because like we talked about all fucking weekend, the WWE, like it or not, it's hitting on all cylinders. That fucking machine is primed, it's oiled, it's going, it's fucking back. Like Hunter said, wrestling is cool again.
Yeah. I guess that should lead us into Joe and Jovan take over Philadelphia for 4 days.
Let me say this, dude. It's Thursday night. We're recording this. This time last week, my happy ass was driving to Philadelphia. That's how this whole fucking thing starts.
So it starts there. Now it starts for me at about 10 after 7 on Friday morning, waking up to a message of, hey man, just making sure I want to confirm your address here. I'm like, all right, cool. I gave it to him. Next message. All right, I'll see you in like 15 minutes. I'm like, dog, you're killing me right now.
Dude, we knew going in the plan. We were gonna go to World on Friday, and we wanted to get there early. We didn't waste no time. So I'm like, look, I'm coming straight hot off the road. I'm gonna wash the road off of me so I don't go to this place smelling like a fucking wrestling fan. And we're gonna jump at the World.
I'm not gonna lie though, big dog. We gotta talk about your sneakers at some point.
My sneakers.
Your sneakers, man. Your sneakers
What?
hurt.
Oh, dude.
Dude, by the end of that weekend, man, yo.
Hey, no, they were.
Your sneakers were. You better fucking deodorize them, motherfuckers, because they were hurting, bro. I'm just gonna say, I love you. You should talk to a doctor about that.
Like we were fucking walking all over the place, and sweating like a motherfucker.
So that shit kicked off on Friday morning, and me like, all right. So I have the bad hip. Like I got this bad hip that I've refused to get fixed for years, and I really, really need to fix it because it's gotten progressively worse. And man, I forgot, dude. I didn't wear the best sneakers to go to the convention center, but we head down, we get to the convention center. But meanwhile, as we're in the Uber to the convention center, a fucking earthquake decides to hit. This is how we kick off WrestleMania weekend. Everybody's fucking messaging each other. Oh fuck, did you feel that? Is the
Feel
earthquake?
that?
I'm like checking on the kids and shit. Like, hey, everything good? They felt it everywhere. It was wild. So I'm like, well, it's either gonna be the end of the fucking world this weekend with the eclipse Monday or whatever. We'll see what happens. It did not deter anyone, I assure you that, because we got there Friday morning, like around what 11ish, maybe.
About 11, yeah.
So we roll in the superstore we have access to, and that shit is bananas. The fact that one of the factors I think about is this: WWE this weekend. Excuse me as I read my facts to you again, because I actually did research for this fucking show. WrestleMania 40, the highest grossing event in WWE history. Now, in my mind, yes, with escalated ticket pricing and all that, that's all fine and great. But the truth is, you have to count the merch and superstore shit for Mania with this. And without a doubt, the amount of money that was spent this weekend, astronomical. I did read, and I don't know if this is confirmed, but I read that Cody Rhodes sold $1 million worth of merchandise this weekend.
That's what they're saying.
I'm gonna say this after being at Mania all weekend and fucking Raw on Monday. I don't doubt that it's probably over $1 million. Like he was so fucking over all weekend everywhere. It was wild. But here, let's go back. The highest selling WrestleMania in WWE history, up 78% from last year, over 39, which at that time was the highest selling gate WrestleMania. Most TV viewed in history, up 41% over WrestleMania 39. You know, putting that in perspective, how global WrestleMania is. That there's people that just watch Mania.
Yeah, they
And
said it was the
don't
number
watch
one watched thing on Peacock, dude.
ever. Isn't it? Or is it like, yeah, or it was like the second, it's right behind something else crazy, but like, no, actually, it might be ever.
No, I think it was ever.
Most single day WWE YouTube views ever was 67 million views in 24 hours. Most social media viewed WrestleMania in history, 700 views in the first 48 hours. Yeah, and most TV viewed WrestleMania is up 41% over 39. Like the records that it broke when they said, "Yeah, we can officially say it's the biggest WrestleMania of all time." It is. We saw it firsthand. The fucking animals that descended upon this fucking wonderful city, this fucking dumpster fire that I love so much. They fucking tore that place apart. You were almost fist fighting over fucking the most random bullshit.
Yes.
It was insane. And particularly in the title belt section where Jovan was shopping. I don't have it like that. See, like, the Kevin Hart, like, you know, the way my checking and savings is set up, like I can't go around the title belt shop area. The amount that line was perpetually long, and they were just cycling replica titles ranging from I think from 500 or 400 up through 1,000. I think the most expensive ones I saw there on Friday were 1,000. They had those special edition Mania titles.
Fucking nuts.
And they were a fucking grand. Regular titles were more expensive. The replica undisputed title is 500 on the shop. It was 600 at the superstore, and people were paying it.
Yep.
And just walking, I saw a 6-year-old child. I assumed to be a 6-year-old child, but he looked to be a 6-year-old child, in my opinion, walking with a fucking full-size replica. I'm not talking toy kid shit. The actual full-size replica of the world heavyweight title and the undisputed title, as his mom was leading him with 2 other title belts. I didn't even notice what they were because I had given up on my life at that point. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like,
who's this kid?
This kid probably still shits in his Huggies, and he's walking around with $2,000 worth of belts easy outside of the link. It was fucking insane. And we hit that shit, and we know because we actually went back there and we're like, fuck this noise. And that was in the same day. So we went into WWE World. We went to go enjoy World, see what the fun stuff was. I don't know if Javon has that video.
Oh, I'm working on it right now. Keep it going.
I figured that's what you were doing. I heard some clicking in the distance. So we go into World, and it's, you know, it's good. It's cool. It's fun. It's the first thing they've done in a long time like that. Reminiscent of the WWE Access days, the Access fan events that used to be really, really big. I don't know. I heard the Access events were bigger and had more stuff to do and things like that.
Shit, World was huge, dude.
What's that?
We freaking blew our knee, back, hip, all of that walking World. And we've got some awesome photos that we might want to put up in the group, but just the sheer size and how awesome it looked, it was an event.
And a lot of cool shit. You know, obviously the big connection is, you know, Heyman, ECW. Heyman's going to the Hall of Fame at Friday night. They had the ECW entrance stage that you could take a photo at. It was really cool. They had
people hitting each other with cans and shit.
Yeah, like they had trash cans and stuff you could take a photo with, like you're hitting somebody at the ECW entryway.
Trash cans.
They had a really cool setup of the Firefly Funhouse.
I did like that setup. That was cool.
A lot of cool Bray stuff that was there. You know, like the title belt. I think there was some of his outfits were there and stuff too, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
Love that shit. It was really great. But
why don't you tell everybody real quick what you spent 2 hours waiting for?
Well, I was gonna get there. Of course, Pat McAfee was doing his show, but it was really hard to see. It was hard to hear. I sat on the other side of the building watching it on YouTube just to follow along because it was that bad of a setup.
I almost put you on my shoulder so you could see, dude. You would have been as tall as Dennis.
Oh God, we would have died. We both would have died. There was that, but like cool things like one of Eddie's lowriders was there.
Yep.
Eddie had an entrance with The Rock's fucking funny car from back in like what 2000-ish.
The 2000 gold pace car.
Yeah. They had you could take photos in the cages from the fucking War Games cages. You get in and take a picture. They had a bunch of like ring worn titles. They had like the original Intercontinental, very first Intercontinental title. They had Stone Cold Steve Austin's Intercontinental title from like fucking 1995, 6, whatever.
Yeah, I hear that one was on loan. Like he wanted that one back.
Yeah, like it's owned by him, so probably loaned it to him and did the whole thing. So there's a lot of cool shit there. There was a whole tattoo convention. There was a whole Attitude Era walkthrough.
How many people were getting braid tattoos, man? I bet those people were sick of it.
Oh my God, yeah, they must have been fucking done. But there was one thing that I always wanted to do, and I thought it was really cool. So I hobbled myself over in line, and I fucking stood in this line. Like, it was like fucking Disney World. It was ridiculous. I stood in line for 2 fucking hours. I'm embarrassed to admit this. And I'm such a fucking child that I stood in the line for 2 fucking hours for myself. But I figured it was a fun opportunity. I'm probably never going to go to another Mania again. I don't think I'll ever have that kind of experience. It's kind of a bucket list for me. So they had a really, really, really great fucking Titantron-esque video board up that it looks like the house show type video board that they use for entrances. And you could stand in line, and then you get to the gorilla position that was back there, and you tell them whose entrance you want to do, and they let you do one. Yeah, I guess Giovanni, you take it away from there.
Yeah, and
that was for the boys that really popped the boys there. That was really great. Had a
You
little
had a
fun.
small group of people behind the main camera that were just fucking loving the whole razor.
You know, so we.
I don't even know what he said. He
I
just
don't know
jumped
either.
on.
What the fuck is he doing?
Yo.
Uh,
He just jumps up for a hey yo.
You know, I fucking well, we're in line, right? And Jovan can attest to this too. Like from the time we walked in, it was just like Cody Rhodes,
Literally.
fucking Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes,
Cody.
Roman, Cody, Roman, and then randomly a fucking like I don't even know. I'm trying to think in my head like who was another real popular one that we heard a lot of.
Rhea.
Rhea,
Ripley.
we heard, yeah. Rhea,
Seth.
Seth was a really popular one.
The Rock a few times.
I heard The Rock a few times. The Rock was a good one. There was dudes literally like cosplaying The Rock that came out to his entrance.
Jesus.
Perfect.
Dude looked just like him, man. I would have taken a photo.
How about the kids in front of me that did the fucking Roman and fucking Wise Man?
These kids in front of Joe were like talking about it for the whole 2 hours. You see them fucking game planning, and they killed it.
Dude, wasn't Maven. I didn't ask if they had Maven's music there. But no, these kids fucking nailed the exact movements. There was some kids that came. We got a few Cenas. There was a lot of CM Punks, a lot of Cenas. And then I heard HBK. I'm like, okay.
Dude.
I'm like, all right, maybe they have more than, heard a few LA Knights and Drews were in there. They were popular.
How many times did we hear yeah over the weekend?
Oh my God. Every hallway, every escalator, every elevator,
goddamn
every
Marks.
fucking walk through the parking lot. I was standing there taking a piss and somebody just going, yeah.
In the porta john and somebody next to you, what's everybody saying? LA Knight.
Yeah. It was just great. So like it was fun, but like I don't know. I just was like thinking, I was like, I want to do somebody different. So they played a couple of class. I heard a couple class. Like I heard Alita one, and I was
there
like,
was Alita.
Fuck. I mean, either way, like I love Boy Hits Car. They were like one of my favorite bands, and that's who does her entrance music for anybody who's wondering. And I was like, oh shit, they got some classics. So I did hear somebody did Razor earlier in the day. At least I heard the music. Didn't see the entrance. I know I heard the music though. And yeah.
Because you were going back and forth between Razor and Roman. Because you had the Roman. You were going between Razor and Roman because you had the Roman fit.
I ended up wearing my fucking joggers and track jacket and shit. And I was like, I actually tried to convince the kids with me. I was like, yeah, I'll be Roman. I'm already dressed as him. I thought about it for a while. We just
if I was that kid, I wouldn't have done it because his fucking Roman killed.
I know he actually did. I was like, oh, good for him.
He killed the fuck out of it.
But I wanted to go like a little retro, so I get in there, and the people backstage was really funny. They were super hyped. They're like, yeah, let me check because there's person back there like, who you want to go as? And I was like, I want to do Razor Ramon. They're like, oh, let me check. I'm like, oh, I saw it. I know you got that. Stop that. Comes back. He was like, I'll give you $5 if you go out as fucking shoosh. Get a fucking Alpha Academy. I was like, now we're good. And he was like, all right. He's like, we got Razor for you. I'm like, all right, cool. So he hits it. It was so much fun. I was so hyped coming out of that fucking backstage area. I was like, I was, man. I was all gassed up, dude. It was fucking great. Dude, we went back to the fucking Superstore. It was just pillaged. Absolutely fucking decimated.
1995 Toys R Us on Christmas, fucking pillaged.
It was fucking tough, dude.
They even like the makeshift shelves that they were putting random shit on, those motherfuckers were stripped. Like people were just grabbing random shit.
Yeah, interesting fun fact. So there's a huge selection of WrestleMania gear there. Things like said jacket, hat that Jovan's wearing, a bunch of shirts that we got. You'll see collection over the next probably few episodes of various stuff I'll be wearing. including the shirt that I stole from Jovan, which I'm not terribly proud of, but I am proud of that shirt.
It's a nice shirt.
It's a nice shirt. I felt bad, but yo, blame them, man. They ain't big dude friendly.
They're not bastards.
I found it interesting that there's a few things in there. Number one, the Philly merch was moving like crazy, man. Everybody was about the Philly merch. They had a lot of it was Eagles colors. I wanted that jersey. I couldn't get the jersey because my size was fucking gone quick. That was pretty fresh. Kelly Green jersey for Mania. I thought it was pretty decent, but they had so much ECW inspired WrestleMania shirts. I think I got probably one of the better ones, I think, because it's the legit purple lettering with the red. Like, I love that color
shirt.
It looks pretty fucking sick, so I'll probably end up wearing that next week. But shit like that, a lot of ECW inspired merch, a lot of stuff. They had all the Hall of Fame shirts there. I know Dennis got some coming. But they had all that cool stuff. They had a nice little section for Bray. They had about four or five different Bray shirts there, and
his own little.
Yeah, it wasn't called out, but it was funny too because that section was literally like Bray Wyatt on one side and Cena and the Undertaker on the other.
Yeah.
It was like this freestanding kiosk thing in the middle. The one thing that got me though was The Rock had his own fucking corner of the store.
Whole fucking side of the back ass of the store was all Rock.
You can say what you want about that man, but business wise, he got the rights to his name and fucking all his catchphrases and all his bullshit. So that section he got there at the Superstore, which by the way
wasn't like there was a lot of shit.
There was selling hand over fucking fist, dude.
Yep.
Everybody was buying Rock shit because I went there. I wanted the Final Boss shirt. I was the first one I wanted, and I went there. They had like 4 size mediums, and I was like, "Well, fuck on that, dude." Like,
if you weren't a small or a medium that weekend, you weren't getting shit. And we got there on the freaking second day of it being open.
Yeah, dude.
You can't tell me all the big fucks cleared everything out on night 1.
Yeah, no, because there's a lot of big fucks there. There
was a lot of big fucks there on day 2. Yeah,
yeah, because
a lot of neck beards and sweat. Let me say this, Joe. And I told you this when we were there live, so it shouldn't come as a shock. But as a big dude, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? There's not a lot of places I can go and be like, God damn, that person's fat as a motherfucker. At a wrestling convention, okay, I get to be like, God damn, that person's big as a motherfucker. And 9 times out of 10, that person's in like one of those motor scooters while I'm still walking. So fuck you, bitches, right? That gives me like a little higher up on the fucking totem pole there.
You still got used to your legs, dog.
Fuck yeah, right. Dude. I got one bad knee, but I'm still walking while the dude that I'm looking like, God damn, is through the whole bitch.
Should I bring up that story? I'll say this. Every fucking fan we encountered over Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, every single one was like super friend. I mean, these motherfuckers stopping and giving you their fucking life story, dude.
Yeah, from all over the world.
Cuzzy with the hoodie at fucking the Superstore. My man was like, yo, let me. He's like, here, put your hand in this hoodie. I'm like, all right, dog.
The force and tism was strong with him, but he had to let somebody know that hoodie was the softest thing he'd ever touched.
Beautiful human being. My man had to let it be known. He could not fucking sleep on it. He would not sleep on Friday night if he didn't fucking inform us when I was like, hey man, where'd you get that program at? Because like I can't find any more anywhere. And he was like, dog, I got the last one, but check this out. This hoodie over here, because this shit's soft. He's like, this is a thick ass hoodie. You feel the hood. I'm like, okay. Feel the inside. Okay. That's a nice hoodie. I'm like, yeah, man, it's a fucking nice hoodie. Cuz started just chatting with us. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm fucking ready to go. Like,
best salesman ever, because you ended up with that hoodie.
No, I did not.
Oh,
that was the Yeet hoodie. He got the white Jey Uso Yeet hoodie. However, my hoodie that I did get actually felt the exact same way. It was the same type of hoodie. It's just different. With the exception of one fan that I had to go scorched earth on.
Yeah.
Just because. Like, look, dude, yeah, don't be a fucking dickhead. Don't be a piece of shit. Like, this fucking gangly, goofy looking bitch, no ass having, fucking greasy, flat hair, fucking sad face. I don't know what kind of limp dick mongoloid she's dating, nor do I care, but that's about all she's gonna get. And she walked in, and you didn't even notice this. She said some shit to make fun of you. So me, being the short fused piece of shit that I am, heard this as you were like, yo, we're just trying to get outside because it's Uber time, which that story is coming next.
Oh, fuck.
Devon. so
Fucking A.
I just turn around and I just drop like you fucking C-bomb on her. And she looks at me like she just found out that Uncle Gary's her actual dad because Mommy had a threesome while she was fucking yeeted out of her brain on blow. And she always wondered why, Daddy resented it. And that's pretty much I was like, fuck you. And
See
she
you
just
next
walked in.
Tuesday.
And I just walked off. I was like, you hear? That's the best part though. I turned to you. I'm like, you hear this fucking bitch over here? And you're like, huh? What's up? I was like, you're fucking kidding me, dude. You didn't hear. I was like, you didn't hear that bitch talk some shit and then me turn around and say what I said. And you're like, no, man, I didn't. I was like, oh, okay, well, never mind then.
By that time, my tism had kicked in, and the goal was get to the car.
Yeah, you were like, which corner do we have to get to? Let's get this fucking Uber on the road here. And so we tried and failed at the Uber thing.
We failed twice. If we're counting this first one as a fail, we failed twice.
First fucking all. You ordered an Uber through the app, right? I glance at the app. I see what it is. It's a fucking Toyota hybrid, whatever, right?
Highlander, what are the big ones?
Highlander hybrid or something. But I know it's a hybrid. I know it's the Highlander. I know it's Toyota, and I know it's black. So what the fuck pulls up? A fucking Toyota Highlander hybrid in black. You open the door, confirm your name. Jovan says, yeah, Jovan. And this dude goes, oh, yeah, come on. Okay. So I slide the fuck in. Jovan gets in. I think it's also funny that our Ubers got progressively larger as the weekend went.
Oh, yeah, no. Our first Uber to the arena, to the world was a small fucking
Toyota You're like, yeah, look at that Toyota Camry. I was like, bro. I was like,
we squeezed our ass in there once, and then we got big cars.
All love. You're a bigger dude than I am. Like taller, bigger. I get it. I can't fit in a fucking Camry. I was like, how the fuck are you fitting in the Camry? You ordered a Camry? Like, are you going in pieces? Like, do you fucking detach? And I don't know about this function. Like, what is this? So we get this fucking Highlander from Worlds, and we get in because he's like, yeah, we start riding. He's taking us around the block. Next thing you know, he's getting a call from his rider. Happened to be named Devon, the D, instead of Jovan with a J. This fucking goof. I guess he heard it was like close enough in the name, and he loops us around the block. Meanwhile, we call our driver. He's like, yeah, I just pulled up. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So this fucking goof lets us out on the corner.
He kicks us out a block away.
He kicks us out down the fucking block, the other corner. So Javon's like, well, fuck you. Smacks his door off a fucking pole. We get out. We start hustling. Walk straight back down the block, right to the same exact fucking corner we were on. And it's like fucking Inception, dude. There's another black fucking Toyota Highlander hybrid there.
The exact same car.
And I was like, I feel like this is a fucking joke, dude. We just took a loop. We walked straight down and the same fucking car is here again. So we open up the fucking corridor. We're like, hold on, man. Look, dude, we got to check this shit out. My man's burning through fucking stop signs and shit. He don't care. We're
Oh
fucking
my
whipping around.
god.
But we're good. We're safe.
He got us back, dude. We were on the highway, but he wasn't in a lane for 90% of the highway driving.
Yeah, like it was crazy. It was great. We had it was a fantastic fucking time. It was a fantastic time. That's because part of 95 is closed and it's a fucking shit show. So he's like ripping tits on the fucking shoulder, not giving a fuck, hitting people, fucking
We're
flipping people off.
missing the fucking
And like
speed
meanwhile,
signs, the warning signs by an inch.
yeah. Meanwhile, I'm completely fine. I'm looking out the window. I'm like, making good time. Like I'm just like checking out. Fucking Jovan is fucking puckered asshole, like shades of white that I've never seen this man before.
Dude,
So
I thought he was gonna hit something.
Finally get home Friday night where we eat dinner, we relax, we have a great night. Motherfucker, we both fall asleep on the fucking sofa again.
Yep.
Drag myself to bed, we can go to bed, wake up Saturday morning. And now Saturday is Mania Day.
Day one.
So I'm like, I gotta get up. I get up, I roll out of bed. I'm like, fuck, I'm hurting. Dude, my fucking legs were so dead from World. Like my hip was sore. Everything was just hurt.
Little did we know, World was not the most that we were gonna walk that weekend.
Oh no. So Mania Day, I get up, I gotta go get a haircut, because I'm on a schedule every 2 weeks. So Saturday morning, I go get a haircut, come back, we have some food, great time. And then we fucking head down for night one of Mania. We fucking get the Uber down there. On our Uber driver's great. He dropped us right off the fucking gate we need to be
at the gate,
which is beautiful. Love it.
Actually,
wait, which one was that? Was that was a SUV, right?
Yeah, that one was the Escalade.
That was the Escalade. No, the Suburban. It was a Suburban. So we got a Suburban. We went from the Highlander to the Suburban. That driver was great. By the way, we made sure to tip all the drivers. They were phenomenal.
Yep. They were phenomenal. Even the Asian one that almost killed us.
That seems slightly racist, but we're gonna let that slide for now.
We'll get into it in a minute.
So we get to our gate. We're there. We go in, hit the merch, Jovan, and you know what? Here's the thing: we didn't have the time, and I would have loved to take Jovan to a real good Philly cheesesteak spot. Something fucking that'll just like perk that little fucking dick of his right on edge. He would have been so fucking happy, right? But here's the real deal. If you're gonna be fucking Philly trash, you're gonna be Philly trash. You're gonna eat this scumbag dog shit, fucking stadium error mark branded fucking cheesesteak bullshit. And you're gonna like it. And
I had a lot of them.
And we did pop your cherry to some fucking Chickies and Pete crab fries.
Oh, crab fries were great.
And crab fries with the cheese sauce, we're good to go. So we get there, and here's the thing. So Javon's been to Mania, I haven't been. We hit our merch, we get different things, we get food, and we're sitting. And we were split up for this. So I sent a pic. I could see where Jovan was, and I sent a picture of him. I circled him in the picture, and I was like, "There's you, buddy." And so either way, so we're sitting across from each other, but it's just so wild. Like I've been to the link for other shit, obviously. I'm an Eagles fan and things like that. So I've been to the link before. But seeing the link packed out like that for a pro wrestling show.
Full to the gills, dude.
It was absolutely packed. It was fucking bananas there. And it was goddamn cold. I did not expect it to be so cold on Saturday night. That fucking wind was hitting. We were up in the 200s. We're cheap as fuck. We're up in the 200s, and I am absolutely fucking asshole puckered wind chill out there. And this is before, and the sun's not even down yet.
Nope.
I'm like, it's fucking cold. I was like, I am in for
it's only gonna get worse
today. So we kick off, like we start getting hyped, the show's coming up, and we get to it, and we kick off. And when I tell you this, I fully mean it, man. Mania started hot, and it did not fucking slow down. Look, Sean, I love you. I know, night one kind of sucked. That was just. Here's the thing, man. I can't have that same opinion because I was there. It's a much, much, much different vibe when you're there compared to watching on Peacock. Maybe I would have a different opinion if I watched it at home. But I can tell you this.
The electricity from everybody.
Dude, and here's the thing I've also noticed. You did not hear that real crowd reaction at home on Peacock.
No.
I assure you that. That place, dude, 72,000 motherfuckers booed the shit out of Becky Lynch when she came out. And it sounded like she was fucking loved and cheered when she walked out on TV.
They booed her ass out of the stadium.
And the fucking pop that Rhea got when she came out with Motionless in White was crazy. One of the top probably 4 of the whole weekend. Top 5 of the weekend, I'll say. Okay. And you don't get that. It didn't carry over. Like they're still trying to paint this fucking narrative. Yeah. The reports about the crowd being dead. Dude, whoever made that up wasn't actually there, and they're going by what they heard on
Peacock.
On Peacock, exactly.
Because the crowd was
alive.
alive.
Hey, here's a spoiler alert for for regular TV. When the crowd's really booing Dom, guess what? They just turned his mic down on the audio that's on the TV feed. Because when they were booing him on Monday night and he was introducing Rhea, his volume was fine. He was speaking over all the boos, completely clear as day. I watched it back though. They turned the volume down, and it's for the television feed. So much of what they do is for the television feed to help paint their narrative. I get that, but there is no fucking way, dude. That crowd was completely hot for almost everything.
Yeah, Philly was rabid for a lot of things, dude. The Rock and Roman's pop on night 1 was fucking amazing.
That was fucking bananas. Obviously Rhea was a huge one. Sammy
got a big pop.
Sammy got the fucking huge pop. For intro and after he won the title. There wasn't a lot of fucking bullshit.
I didn't feel like the crowd was ever dead though. I feel like we were hot. Even through Monday night, we were hot.
I feel like you're correct. Oh, sounds like a thunderstorm's hitting here. Lucky me. I'm such a lucky boy. No, look, Sammy got a huge pop. Fucking how over is fucking Jey Uso.
God, the Yeats right out of control.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Monday night was way louder than Saturday though. Because Monday it was such a small crowd. He had everybody fucking eating that crowd.
Yeah, he did. It was crazy. He's so over the match. That was probably the only match that really didn't deliver. It didn't deliver there, and I watched it back and it didn't deliver. I said it over the weekend. I was like, that was AJ Shinsuke for the title at Mania. Everybody was like, this is it. This is gonna be the match. This is the fucking highlight. Everybody's gonna lose their shit watching this match, and then it just didn't deliver. It was just a match.
Yeah,
it wasn't the excitement. It wasn't everything people had it built up to be. And
the night 2 interaction was better than that whole match.
And yeah, that's the thing too. It's not like they don't have the fucking chemistry. Night 2, fucking Jay spears Jimmy off the fucking ramp down through the table 10 feet down. Dude, that was great. That was cool.
Yeah,
fan-fucking-tastic. But like they just didn't have it in that match. I think there was so many people that just built it up that this is going to be it. This is going to steal the show. They're going to tear it down. The intro package had me ready to run through a wall though.
The intro package was great.
And that was the thing. That package played, and then you get fucking Jey Uso with Lil Wayne.
Yep.
Like right after that, and you're like, oh shit, that crowd was absolutely fucking insane. They were insane.
You've got two brothers, dude. I mean, Brett and Owen. We were like, this could be this generation's Brett and Owen. This could be this Taker Kane. It could be, this was supposed to line up to be one of those marquee brother versus brother, even if it's like a kayfabe brother. But it should have been one of those big marquees, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't. It sucked that it didn't live up to that. But you know what? They got their singles match. They got their moment at Mania. Good for them. Right. Kelsey and Lane coming out for, the Rey Mysterio Andrade match.
Mega pop.
Huge pop. It was great. It just fit. Everybody was happy.
Yeah.
The main event delivered. In my opinion, it delivered. And I'm sorry, people can shit on The Rock all you want. The guy's 51. He did everything possible to get in shape, and it showed.
Looked like a
Man,
beast.
man's 51 and he hasn't wrestled in 12 years. His last match was what? Against his last real match. Don't give me the bullshit about the fucking thing.
It
At
had to
Mania.
be Cena.
6 seconds. Yeah, a real match was Cena at Mania 12 years ago. And the guy looks like he hasn't lost a fucking step.
Yeah. He put in the work.
Fucking crazy. He put in the work. He was keeping up with the top 3 stars in the company. Roman, Seth, and Cody. Like there's no you can't talk shit about that. It was amazing. His entrance, everything about it.
The best fucking
Chef's
best
kiss.
entrance ever, dude.
Fucking beautiful.
The way that Mania was broken up though was weird to me. Or it wasn't weird, but I liked it. Because it felt like night one, the crowd there. Mania is always your smarter crowd. Mania and the Raw after Mania, we're the smart crowd.
Yeah.
Night one was super fucking bloodline heavy. People were there for Roman and Rock. Day two, that was a pro Cody
fucking story.
Yeah, that was night finished the story. Everybody was there. You know, that you still had a handful of, bloodline backers, but fuck, almost everybody was there for Cody on night 2.
Dude, so night 2 ends. Fucking phenomenal show. We got a hitchhike fucking a mile and a half for a fucking Uber.
That was night 1.
Oh, sorry, yeah, night 1. I'm sorry. We had to hitchhike a mile and a half for a fucking Uber in the freezing cold. We had to wait. We got hit with the highest fucking surge pricing possible. And then poor Javon just shitting his panties because my man's whipping around. And I knew, I'm like, oh, we're popping out. I was like, we're popping out here on Oregon Ave, dude. I know what he's cutting through a shopping center, some fucking shady, no lights behind the shopping center. And I'm like, I know where we're at. We're by, and if you're from Philly, you'll know, we're down by Oregon Ave. We're down by fucking cheerleaders, down at the strip club.
I thought I was going to lose a kidney because he was going through back alleys, parking lots, fucking strip malls.
Yeah, it was great. He fucking ripped through stop signs. He didn't give a fuck. By the way, we were in a Honda Odyssey for this. We've stepped up to a fucking minivan at this point.
Yeah.
It was fucking bananas.
After walking almost 2 fucking miles, we ended up in a Honda Odyssey.
But after that, it was just like, all right, we're fucking done with that. We're not paying fucking Uber for night 2. So I drove for night 2. I drove us down, got us a decent parking spot. We walked half the distance we did on Saturday night, which was great.
Yeah.
But night 2, I bundled up, and then it wasn't as cold.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, whatever.
The wind wasn't as bad. It was actually bearable.
Yeah, exactly. So night 2 hit for my entrance of the weekend, just because I fucking loved it so much, and it made perfect sense that Seth comes out with the fucking Philadelphia Mummers Association. So he's got like the fucking best of the best mummers up there.
What the hell is a mummer? Please tell everybody.
Dude, I don't know. All I know is there's just a bunch of people that get up on New Year's Day really fucking early, and they parade through fucking Philadelphia, and they're playing music, and they're fucking all sparkly and painted up, and shit's wild, and everybody's pissed drunk. And then everybody goes to eat, and then everybody passes out and tries to go to work on the second. That's what it is.
All right.
That's what it is. But goddamn, if it's not like clockwork, it's on in my fucking house on New Year's Day, every fucking year. Everybody's waiting for their fucking pork and sauerkraut, watching the mummers, watching them go. Like, it's the only time of year where anybody like outside of the mummers pays attention to the mummers. That's the truth. I hate to say that. Nothing but love and respect there, but it's the truth. It's the Philly staple. We just know it's happening. They prepare all year. They do all their shit, and they got it was a cool Philly entrance thing. It was Philly themed entrance. Made sense. That whole match made sense. I called it. I said, "There's no way Drew or Seth is walking around the title." I was like, "Priest is cashing in. It's happening."
Yep.
When he did, that fucking pop for Priest was so ridiculous. And again, it didn't sound like that on the fucking TV. Another one that just kind of went by the wayside there. I did enjoy on night 2 that a lot of the chants from our side of the stadium turn the light off. Every year, Mania's got problem with lights, blinding some motherfucker. I'm like, as much money as we just fucking dropped on tickets and merch and food and all the bells and whistles and bullshit, at least turn the fucking spotlight off the crowd so I can see what's happening in the goddamn ring. Like,
Right.
give me that. And you hear like awkward pops, loud fucking cheers at weird parts of matches, and that's because they finally fixed a light situation. But it's evolved to like turn the light off to oh please turn the light off to literally, and one of my favorites is fuck you light, fuck you light. And that evolved all the way down, and it's just like finally they turn it off. But guess what? The next match it goes back on, and we're
It was
fucking
back on.
and here are the chants again. And it went through like every match until the main event. It was ridiculous. LA Knight, huge pop.
Huge pop.
Snoop Dogg got a fucking pretty good pop coming out.
Yeah, I did.
Bailey, huge pop for winning the title. That crowd was so pro Bailey, it was ridiculous.
Right.
And then
John Cena got a great pop.
No, before we even get there, you gotta talk about your guy.
Oh,
Your guy who you were blowing the entire fucking rest of the night.
And who was
and you know what? It's true. It's 100% true. If you don't think fucking Logan Paul has made it and fucking earned his spot, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That kid hung with Owens and Randy Orton. Made it good.
Even watching it back, dude, you and I were just like, fuck, we can't, I can't say anything bad about him wrestling.
I know.
And I hate it because
no.
his brother plays boxer and you're like, okay, he's going to play wrestling. No, he fucking wrestles and it kills me inside.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, he was great. He played the perfect heel. Kevin being Kevin, the ECW intro again. Yeah.
the golf cart shit.
The golf cart shit and driving Randy to the fucking ring. I mean, all of it just works. That's Kevin being Kevin, though. He's been doing that shit for years, and it never ceases to amaze me how good he is with it, though.
Right.
And then the main event. Cody's intro, huge, crazy pop. The fireworks, the fucking intro with the fucking skull mask.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. And I was like, all right, I'm ready. Let's finish this fucking story. Let's go. And then we had the absolute wildest fucking 10 minutes of WrestleMania ever.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me a crazier. It was basically, so my take on it now, after watching it back and thinking about it live, that was Triple H's love letter to the last 40 years of the business.
Yeah.
There's no way to have anything believable with Hogan. So the second coming of Hogan was John Cena. Yeah. So he got that spot, but he's also John fucking Cena.
And he has bloodline back with Solo Sikoa.
Yeah. So first you get Jimmy. So of course he's coming for Jimmy. It's Jay. And they have one of the spots of the whole fucking weekend, the fucking spear off the stage.
Yeah. I
Loved it. I don't think they got enough credit for it because of what happened next. Then you get Solo. And the only logical thing that makes sense is John Cena. And as much as this pains me, fucking, I feel like weeping. My voice blew out when John Cena's music hit. And I screamed like a fucking little girl at her fucking birthday party, blowing out my candles. It was just so great. And I was like, you know what? Good for him. Was so fucking happy for Cena. Comes down, hits the AA on Roman, takes out Solo. He fucking puts the AA on Solo, and guess whose music hits? The fucking boss. And here comes The Rock. And we get a face-off 12 years after. And the fucking Rock hits the rock bottom. He takes out Cena. And then the surprise move. We get the Shield music.
Yep.
And you get a busted up Seth trying to get in the ring. He gets taken out by Roman. Now you're like, oh, fuck. Are we stuck? What's going to happen? Final Boss is taking his belt off. He's getting ready to whip this shit out of Cody. This is not going well. And then you hear it, man. And that was the coolest fucking,
Oh,
like that fucking moment. Dude, that
feeling.
gong hit, and it was like, oh shit. And that's where the rest of my voice went.
Yep.
Just like I said, now truthfully, I said Austin. That was the only thing I called wrong all weekend. I really thought it was going to be Austin, which would make sense because the Rock and Austin's feud, that Austin pretty much went over every time except the last time.
Yeah.
So he's really always had the Rock's number. But I did not expect the Undertaker. Although I probably should have because he was there this weekend doing other shit.
He did a show there.
He fucking pops up behind the Rock, hits the choke slam, and I'm like, this is the wildest shit. Like, did I just see fucking every single one of these dudes from the things that you really don't expect of like Seth in the fucking full Shield gear coming out, you know, all the way up to the fucking Undertaker just showed up. Are you kidding me? So great, man. So fucking great. Then we get the big finish. Cody hits the crossroads, and then another crossroads, and then the final. And 1, 2, 3. And that fucking crowd was so ready for that.
Yeah, they were.
2 fucking years in the making of just like, that fucking satisfaction and relief. And, you know, truth be told, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say this. Does it make the whole story worth it that we finally got Cody losing at Mania making sense at last year? Yes.
Yeah.
Because what we got out of this was so much more and such a cool moment. And look, it looked great on TV because we watched it back already. But being there live for the 73,000, whatever was there for that Sunday night, just fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
To
all the kids that were there, man, that got to make those memories. That's how you make new fans.
Dude, there was kids sitting in front of me, 2 little kids. One was dressed like Cody, one was dressed like Seth. And it was great. They were fucking cheering. They were having a great time. It was awesome. But like that's it, man. No wonder fucking Cody sold $1 million plus worth of merchandise over the weekend.
Kids love him.
Like he's Hogan, he's Cena, he's all those things. I mean, good for him. They put the fucking title on him. He deserves it. He deserves the top spot. But I will say this. Roman's long reign, this whole bloodline story, 4 fucking years of the bloodline story, essentially. I love the fact that all the guys that came out to celebrate with Cody were all guys that Roman had beat during his reign.
Right.
And the guys that weren't there were guys that are no longer in the company. You know? But like, you know, you had Jay, you had Sammy, you had Randy, you had Kevin. These guys had great feuds. And it just full circle. It all made sense. It was just, it was perfect. I don't think it could have been a better ending to it. And they really pushed this narrative, the new era, which we got on Monday.
Yeah.
So our last trip down, we go to Raw on Monday night. We meet some wonderful folks from the UK.
Beautiful people.
Beautiful people that we fucking cheated in line with there to get in the arena early.
That we were going to latch onto if they didn't want to let us get in.
And I'm going to say this. We got spoiled with a lot of these Raw after Manias. Did this year lead with any huge surprises, surprise debuts or anything? No, it didn't. But we did get Cena.
Yeah.
We got both NXT champs looking great on the show.
Yeah.
We got the big Rock Cody promo. Everybody knows the Rock's leaving. Rock's heading out, going to fucking film the Smashing Machine. That's his next project. We did get
Cargill.
We did get Jade. We did get a tease of something with some creepy music and a hello on the screen.
Yeah.
A lot of speculation over what that could be. That might be. I have my ideas, especially based off a certain documentary that was released April 1st rushed before Mania.
Ripped my heart out with that documentary.
I know, right? But the crowd was so hot. The
Yeah.
crowd was so hot. They were in everything.
I think they really felt it with our truth also, man. You know, just him getting to tag with his childhood hero and going move for move with him. It was just a special moment.
Yeah, that was a really, really cool spot. That whole sequence. I love Punk fucking up was fucking Drew's chances up. I love Jay getting the fucking first shot at Priest. It was a good vibe. It was a good ending. It was a great vibe there live. The wrestling though, here's the thing
The
about
wrestling in the
so
matches.
we get so fixated and fascinated on this whole like, oh, what's the surprise going to be? Who's coming out? Who's debuting? Blah blah blah. The fucking wrestling on that show was
Yes.
really, really, really great. That fatal 4-way at the end had some great spots, some great moves, a lot of good shit to it.
Ricochet looks super good, dude. He looks
Dave,
super tough.
I love that he's getting his fucking moment. I love he's getting his time. It makes sense. Him hitting the 450 off the fucking top rope. Him looking at Samantha going, I'm sorry. And then hitting the 450 off the top rope. Just fucking perfect, man. It was great. Punk getting over on Drew. Fucking Jay super
Closing hideout.
over. Everybody went home happy. That crowd was so pumped and went home happy. We didn't need any huge debuts or surprises. The Cena surprise was enough. The Rock being there, because I don't think a lot of people knew if The Rock was going to be there or not. You know?
Yeah. It was a good way to cap off the weekend for a lot of people who probably were a lot like us, dude. You literally woke up, went to sleep, Mania, sleep, eat, Mania.
Eat, sleep, mania, repeat. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
Like, we were doing it. We were living the dream.
What a wild couple of days.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm still fucking hurting. So you can hear my voice is gone. It was just a wild fucking ride. It was super fun. But we had a great time. I had a great time. I loved having you here.
Loved it too,
You
man.
know?
It was a great time.
My door's always open for you. You know that. It was
Appreciate it.
fantastic. We had chilled outside, had a little cigar together before you left,
We
hanging out.
did. Good little smoke session that gave me energy for the drive.
No, it was overall it was a great time. It was just so busy. The only downside I can say is I wish that we had more time, so we could probably go do something maybe non-wrestling related.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was pro wrestling out. By Tuesday, I was like,
I'm not going to SmackDown in Detroit, man. Even though like there's no real good seats open, I can't do it right now. I'm tired.
I was gonna say, man, that's a tough turnaround, dude.
Yeah, no.
Although it's probably gonna be I feel like Roman might be there.
I feel like it too, which makes me real upset because I kind of want to do it. But downtown's a shit show right now.
I can only imagine, dude. So still patiently waiting for the WrestleMania XL documentary, which was supposed to release yesterday, Wednesday, and they still haven't.
I haven't noticed it didn't drop yet. It was supposed to be on YouTube only, ain't it?
Yep, it's a YouTube exclusive. It's supposed to drop on Wednesday. Apparently, fucking who was it? Sean Ross Sapp?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said basically he reached out, and I think I'm trying to find it real quick because I remember
they told me to fuck yourself.
Yeah, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com. He said something about he reached out to somebody at WWE about it, and basically was told they got so much extra footage from the weekend that they actually are just taking their time editing it down, which really kind of leads me to believe, like, why did you put such a hard date on it on Wednesday?
Yeah, why? Because wasn't it night one when they were like, and the documentary coming out on Wednesday?
Yeah, they showed the trailer for it. I feel like it was night one or the morning of night two. Either fucking way.
It was way too soon because we're used to getting that on the next fucking Mania.
Yeah, they used to show the 24-hour bit. That was always like the weekend before Mania next year, you know?
Yeah. I think they were just trying to rush it to get that extra Cody rub, but he didn't need it.
Yeah. I assure you, the way that weekend went, Cody don't need any extra rub, man. He is so fucking over. It is. It is. It's a whole new era. I'm happy for it. I'm excited. I think we had a great time. We'll do it again some other time, but
Hell yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Any closing thoughts here?
I barely feel my toes and my knees again. And yes, you asshole, I actually do have deodorizers for my shoes because I knew I was sweating profusely.
Thank Christ, man. Them things are kicking, dog.
Well, fucker, we walked a lot.
We did walk a lot, though.
And I didn't wear like two different types of shoes like you did. I had my shoes or I had my Crocs, and I wasn't going to go with Crocs.
I wore 3 different kinds of shoes, if you recall.
Oh, that's right.
The Friday ones did not work out at World for me.
Yeah, Friday hurt you the most. Then Friday, you went with the comfortable shoes on Saturday,
Monday, and then Monday
you went with your cool shoes.
Yeah, but we weren't really walking that much. We got parking right next to the entrance. We were right in the entrance to where we were sitting, so we were both really good. But
shit, I was at my seat on Monday in less than 5 minutes from walking in the damn door, and I got a drink.
Hell yeah, we got you set up right, man. It was good shit. Yeah. But no, fucking, it was a great time, man. I loved it. Had a lot of fun. You'll get to see a lot of cool shit of me wearing in the next couple of weeks. Look at all the things I bought. You can just call me Dennis now. And it's probably I'd rather Sean be here for this, but I don't give a fuck. Dude, Dennis, we made fun of you so hard all weekend, man. I love you so much. I do. But literally, we were standing in merch line for about 45 minutes just singing Dennis Wasn't There.
I hate you right now.
It was so fucking funny. Dude, for me, I'm trying to keep Javon occupied, right? I'm trying to have some fun with Javon. Like, I'm chilling because I know he's hurt, man. We did a lot of fucking walking. And he's hurt and he's taking it tough. Like, let's get to the seat, And so I'm like trying to keep him entertained, keep him happy. I'm fucking singing a song because he's like, I gotta see if they got any more programs. I gotta get Dennis one. I gotta see if they got a better shirt. I'll see what we can get. And it wasn't. Here's the thing. It wasn't just Dennis. It was other people too. Everybody's hitting Jovan up like, let me.
Only one person got anything. And that's the one who got it when I got my fucking program.
Yeah. Because shit was selling out, man.
Yeah.
It was tough. It started to get real tough to get merch real fast.
That's a lie. I got Dennis a shirt. I forgot about that.
I was going to say, I thought you did.
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm. You bought him that lie that I made fun of for a while.
Yeah, the lie that we were joking on all weekend.
Because he wasn't there.
Because Dennis wasn't there. I feel like that's great.
I wish I could sing. I swear to God, I've been trying to get my voice back because I wish I could sing that shit like that we were singing all weekend. It was just so much fun. People looking at us like a couple of fucking assholes.
Yeah, but, we probably looked real special.
Oh my God, it was great. I didn't give a fuck. I had time in my life. To me personally, I'll end with this. Like, for me, that was bucket list shit. Like, I'm never gonna be the dude to fucking go climb Everest. I'm not gonna say some stupid crazy shit that doesn't interest me or doesn't really appeal to me is gonna be on my bucket list. Oh, I need to do this before I die. For me, look, I've been watching pro wrestling since WrestleMania 3. All right, that's the first thing I really remember. WrestleMania 3 and everything beyond that, like after everything that came after. And I've been a diehard fan. I've been to fucking ECW shows at the ECW arena in the fucking, in the heyday of ECW. I've been to pretty much every major promotions, various shows, pay-per-views, television shows, whatever, you name it. I've been to it. I've seen fucking pro wrestling from Chikara Pro at a fucking AA baseball stadium. Like I've seen shit like in fucking car park, like buy here, pay here, car lot, parking lots. Like I've seen wrestling everywhere. So for me, going to WrestleMania, super, super bucket list shit. And I loved it. It was really cool. So I love the experience. I'm glad I got to go. It was one of my best friends. I was happy about that. I was thrilled about that. And I just loved it. We had a good time. Like it was so great. I would fucking 100% do it over again. But I'm not gonna, because I can't fucking take it. My shit still hurts. I'm all fucked up. I've been limping around for days. My fucking bank account's non-existent. I'm like, I need another fucking paycheck, dog. I gotta squeeze another one in here somehow. I don't know.
I get paid tomorrow. I'm so thankful for that.
Because Mania is expensive, man.
Yeah, it was.
You gotta be filthy fucking rich to go there and live your best fucking life. I'm just telling you.
The people who do it year after year after year is fuck.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, good for you that you got it like that and you can, but I don't. That's not a me thing. I can't do that.
The fucking we flew 10 hours to come here. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
bro.
like fucking they got the VIP package, the hotels, the meeting. Oh, they had some tailgate party. I'm like, yeah, the one with Diamond Dallas Page or the one with the fucking Undertaker. Like they're doing fucking VIP events and stuff.
We
and
tailgated, we smoked weed in the car before the game.
I'm like, yeah, and we're like, all right, man, is it cold enough to merit paying this much for a fucking Uber tonight? Like
Right.
maybe we'll wait it out another hour or two, but it was so fucking cold. These motherfuckers are like, yeah, you know, we went here, they drove us here, we had a shuttle bus over here, all this fucking wild shit. I'm like, good for y'all.
They YOLO'd it.
They got it like that. But it's crazy. For me, it's a bucket list thing. I love the experience. I've always wanted to experience a WrestleMania. I'm happy I did in my home city. Got to like fucking enjoy it. The place where I've been for every other kind of event, you know, concerts, sporting events. Dude, I did the fucking Marvel thing there. Nice. And they had like the Marvel tour fucking with like this whole Marvel experience thing at the link. It was crazy. It was fun. So I've done all kinds of shit there. But getting to see Mania, and the stars that we see. I'm never gonna see Taker, Rock, fucking Cena, all in the same match again. I mean, if that live and in person, I can pretty much guarantee you that's probably never gonna happen for me. So I got to see it. I got to experience that. I got to see a lot. CM Punk, one of my all-time favorites. I got to see him walk the stage at WrestleMania 40. Sucks I didn't get to see him wrestle, but you know what? I got to see him there. I got to pop for the music.
He did a little something.
He did a little something. He had a little involvement. You
know what, though? Most of all, you were there.
I was there. You know what else, Javon?
What?
You were there. You were there, too.
I was there.
Yeah.
Do you know who wasn't there?
Enlighten me.
Dennis wasn't there.
I guess it isn't fair.
I guess it isn't fair.
Shout out my Mania Weekend MVP is Samantha Irvin.
Oh yeah, dude.
She's fucking phenomenal. I love that woman. She's amazing.
Dennis doesn't know that Joey and me were at Mania all weekend.
I forgot we were doing that too. Dennis doesn't know.
Dennis doesn't know. Dennis doesn't know. Don't tell Dennis.
Oh my god, we were having so much fun.
Dude, we were dying of hypothermia trying to fucking stay alive, and that's what kept us going.
Sorry, bro. Legends of the Ring Sting, man. This is a great figure, old school figure. Looks great. It's Sting! Old school Sting from WCW. Guys, you know us, 3/4 of the Shooting Shit team, and we're here with a listener just like you guys. This is Jimmy from Super Powers Comics.
My friend of almost 20 years. He's known him since you were 12.
If you know people in Chicago, you probably know Dennis because he knows half the town, of course. But shooters, if you need action figures, comics, wrestling memorabilia, we just showed you Sting. Superpowers Comics will put up their QR code so you can get a good look at everything they have coming. Give it a shot, shooters. Get your superpowers on and get your comics from our friend Jimmy, who listens just like you.
Attention wrestling fans and fans of Shootin' Shit podcasts. You can now be one of the cool kids by going to ProWrestlingTees.com and buy the official Shootin' Shit t-shirt. Buy it now and be there at ringside.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@SHOOTINGSHT. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/SHOOTINSHT. Check us out on TikTok at SHOOTINSHIT. And you can buy your official Shootin' Shit shirt at www.ProWrestlingTees.com/SHOOTINSHT. And thanks for watching.